So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly?
I got you back.
Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
Just one quiet day. Not too much to ask for.
Hi, how you doing?
Even in the well, the Trade Authority continues to flourish. Oh, makes you sick, doesn't it?
I'm Luisa Reyes. Oh, you know that.
Hello.
Because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And what was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The pain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what.
Don't worry. Whatever happens, we're prepared to handle the situation.
I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay?
Just relax. Everything's going to be fine.
Okay, you're probably right. Just need to breathe.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I'd do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and I've been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box? Maybe Zoe really is telling the truth.
Alright, guess I'll find it then.
Hey there, you should be getting close.
Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear?
And Zoe's here too, if you hadn't guessed. We've agreed to work together on this. Once you throw the switch, we can direct you to the next junction box. That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics.
I can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. Adequately done. We'll have this solved in short order. Miss Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams.
Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay? She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface. which technically means it's not my responsibility.
However,
We agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs. But I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well.
You're out there a lot, right? In space.
Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
Hey, you should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
Perfect.
That's locked. There must be something they don't want us to find.
I want to steal their food. Any food here? Any food here? No food? Oh, wait, what's that? Sea glass. What else is in here? Alright, we're leaving. We're leaving.
We should have a talk. When you... Remember our last conversation, when you told me the artifacts made you so overwhelmed you couldn't remember a thing? Well, it got me thinking. So I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described, doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor.
You never mentioned your predecessor to me before.
Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back.
Aja must have been quite an amazing person.
Ah, she absolutely was. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege.
The rookie being paired with a chair. Sounds awfully familiar.
Hey, so I pinched a few ideas from my old boss. Can you blame me? At any rate, we logged quite a few discoveries together. but it was the actual journey that I cherished the most.
I can relate to that.
Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone.
So I've noticed.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly.
Sounds like you two were in love.
I respected her, and I considered her a dear friend, but we weren't in love. Had that been true, I would have resigned my post and moved to Parima 2 instead of remaining at Constellation. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions.
I'll do the best I can to make our journey just as pleasant.
Well, I don't expect you to be a carbon copy of Aja. Just be yourself. You see, it's clear that we share the same hunger to discover what's out there. And that, well, that's what intrigues me about you.
Well, you clearly have me all figured out.
Good. Then we're both on the same page. Anyway, that's all I had to discuss for now, so if you point the way, we can continue our journey.
Alright.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
Thanks for all that work. You can give me what you found now. So you tracked it down. You've got something to show for it?
Yep, here you go.
Great. I'll get this back to Mass for analysis. I'm not stupid. I know Zoe probably made you an offer. I appreciate that you didn't take it. And I'm really glad we got to work together on this.
Ever run into spacers?
Looks like maybe they did.
Scumbags
Still want to
and
claim you had
scavengers.
nothing to do with this,
They're
Zoe?
like vultures,
My
picking away
dear,
at the leftovers.
why in the world
of
would I want to
Cosmore.
break the law?
You'll find them
And
scouring through
Galbank,
old
no less.
labs and
I do
facilities,
quite
taking
enough
whatever's
business
not
with them as
nailed
it is.
down.
All right. Well, I'll have some people look over this. Maybe they'll be in touch.
I very much doubt that.
See you around.